Hi guys, it's Chrissie with Chrissie's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Virgo. Oh yeah. I've connected with Spirit, and so far I have that you have some individual success, and there may be a King of Pentacles that may want to provide for you. Now, I did see if you were looking for love, love did show up in some of the ones that I was shuffling because I always shuffle all my cards before the reading, and love came up, father came up. So there may be maybe even a birth. Maybe you're going to become a father. Maybe you are going to make somebody a father, or this could be about your father. There they are again. Somebody that wants to provide for you, a King of Pentacles, somebody that is wealthy and has that intellect, maybe has been hurt in the past, has their wall up a little here. So maybe getting to their heart might be something here. So let's just find out what's going on. This may have been somebody you walked away from, or they may have walked away from you. Virgo, let's find out. How is your person feeling about you right at this point? Your person, Virgo, how are they feeling about you right now? Oh, nothing's kind of jumping out at me here. For Virgo, please, for Virgo. How is the person feeling about them, Spirit? Hmm. Oh, well, they're thinking about a judgment call they may have made. With judgment here, I kind of feel like it is something of how do I put that? A bit of a transformation, I guess. It maybe a closure from a lesson maybe they learned. They may have maybe felt like they made the wrong judgment call, or something changed their in their life. There was something that transformed. It could be that things are changing now and that things are coming, so maybe changing events are coming. I kind of feel like needing to accept something as it is. So they may be under judgment for something here. Let's see. Maybe for juggling somebody here. I feel like maybe, let's see what this is. Ah, may have juggled, maybe had more than one person they were talking to at the time, maybe was with somebody at the time and still wanted to be with you. Maybe was trying to get with you. Maybe they told you they were single. Um, they didn't end up giving you the offer. I feel like they maybe went with somebody else over you. I feel like you maybe knew or suspected this was the case, and you were fine with them walking away because you didn't want to be brought into their drama or, yeah, individual success. You went after your dream. I feel like you may have been newly single, or if this isn't the case, you were just deciding that you haven't done what you set out for yourself your whole life. I feel like this may be something you've wanted to do for a long time. This may be a time for you, is kind of what I'm getting. There may have been times that you lived for other people instead of yourself. And you may have given a whole lot to other people and never got the same in return. You have a lot of options here. Now, there could be some confusion, I suppose, but with the Seven of Cups, it's hard to say. Sometimes it's about illusions, sometimes it's about wishful thinking or the choices that you make. It's about choosing wisely. And I feel like this person didn't choose wisely. I feel like they may have seen your glow up. I feel like you may have had some individual success here with the Two of Wands. You may have been you know, the Garden Gate, that card that says, you don't know what the possibilities are until you actually walk out the gate and venture forward and see what you're capable of. If you never try it, how will you ever know? Right? So I'm getting that this is something you may have done. Now, you may have left a relationship here. You may have declined the offer here because you have a lot of options out there. Now, I feel like somebody made the wrong choice here, decided not to go with you, or you decided not to go with them, and you headed off to do your self love, your thing, the thing that you needed to do for you. Now, there's a lot of opportunities here. Somebody didn't choose wisely. They may be under judgment, or this is your judgment call to go after what you need. Take it how it resonates. Remember, this is just a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone, or whatever doesn't resonate. Just take what does and leave behind the rest, okay? Don't make it your story if it isn't your story. Now we have water sign here. Okay. So Virgo, you are an earth sign. So this may have been a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces that maybe let you go willingly. Let's see here. See what else comes up about this water sign. What happened here? Let's find out. Is there any issues? So a water sign may be an issue. Patience is needed. It says in a few more months, those who wait have good things coming to them. So let's see. You are going to use your intuition. You're going to be looking for any red flags that may be something of the past you may have picked up on before and maybe ignored, maybe stayed longer in something that you shouldn't have, or you just knew there was other people involved here. Yeah, you may let go so you can make room for something new to come through. And you may have totally let this person go. And I feel like the issue is somebody maybe didn't use that intuition and let someone go like they should have. So they may have stayed longer. No, it's not the right time. So this, I'm kind of getting this. You may have felt like you couldn't let this person go. And you may have felt like, no, it's not the right time to let them go. And maybe it had to be something you had to see for yourself. I'm getting like you're worth more than that. And this may have been all about self-worth. They were not seeing your self-worth. You knew it. You still hung on. You were clinging on to somebody that like really didn't see your worth, okay? You may not have been ready to let this person go, is what I'm getting with that. How can this be resolved? What can you do to resolve this? Needing to let this go. What do you need to see? Okay, so you may be hit with poverty. Spirit has a way of really shaking shit up in order for you to get the message, for you to see the signs, see how this person is treating you. And it may come down to a choice that this person chooses that you're going to go, what the fuck? Okay. Or, oh my God, I can't believe they didn't choose me. I would have choose them, or it's going to be such a cut and dry kind of thing where you have no other choice but to realize that this person doesn't value you. Okay. You might end up being in poverty. Okay. And you may be somebody that's an official person, like of high honor, or perhaps you were, I'm getting that maybe you just have class. You have class, yet somehow somebody's done something to you or undervalued you to make you feel like you were less than. But you're an official person in the 5D. You may be higher up on the scale when it comes to being favored by spirit. Like, you never know who your ancestors are in the 5D. They may have a lot of, I'm getting leverage there. Like, they may be close to spirit in the rank of things. There's a hierarchy in the 5D as well. I'm getting that you are quite high up on the scale when it comes to who your ancestors are. So this person that's playing with you, they're really going to have a problem here. The problem may end up being that you need to experience the poverty, and that will end for you with the number 10. Or the cycle will end, and this other person will experience this poverty. But in any case, if you stay with this person, you end up going down the hole with them. Or you can realize who you are, I'm getting, because you're not seeing who you really are here. You are quite favored. Adjudication. You may not be ready to divorce this person if you're married to them. You may not be ready, they may not be ready to divorce somebody because it may put them in poverty. I don't want to give them half of what I have. I don't know what that is. That has something to do with some type of divorce. Now, whether you, I feel like when you are ready to leave this, I feel like this person may not want to give you half. But if you're married, you're entitled to half. Okay, no matter who brought what to who. It's what you had at the time when you met and married, and whatever you built after that marriage, okay, is split in half. So you both go through things through a relationship, um, regardless of who is the breadwinner. Okay. Yeah, there's a mature man here. Courthouse, I knew it. And despair. So I feel like this person may not want to get uh I'm getting he wants to keep eating his cake. He wants he wants what he wants because he can have both, is kind of what I'm getting. So we got 555. Um yeah. So maybe check out 555. You have 2210 or 2237, because if you add 3 and 7, it's 10. I would look up the 5553. And I would also go 2332. I would go 523. I would go 532. I would go 530 or 53. Now, you only can put 4 digits in for going in to find out what your ancestors, angels, and spirit guides are trying to convey to you for a message. Now, by putting in numbers, it's a proven fact that numerology, there's always messages with numerology. And depending on what you ask, you can actually ask a question and you will get an answer based on the numbers that are shown. So if you keep seeing a certain number showing up on your clock at home, or you see it in a license plate, or you see it in an ad, or you keep seeing it in the newspaper, or you keep seeing a certain number, there's a message that your ancestors are trying to tell you that you may need to look up to find out. It may be helpful, and it's really cool that they can answer the questions that you're asking, but it can also give you the messages you weren't looking for. So I would definitely have a look at that, Virgo, and find out what this is about, what you need to be maybe doing to follow what your ancestors are trying to convey to you. Somebody doesn't want to have a divorce here. They don't, they feel like they're going to have to start over, but you're held in high honor here. You're held as an official person in the ether. So this person may experience some major karma for juggling you. It's the main male. There may be more than one person in this that might be getting them to do these things or helping them uh, mask them from you. Might be, oh, you can ask so and so and he'll lie for this person or whatever the case is. So let's see what your heart is telling you about this person. Maybe the person you're with. There's a past life relationship here. So you may feel a real connection with this person, because it's every lifetime. But are you the karmic relationship here in the past life that keeps coming through here? Is this person like a karmic? Is this person the karmic, or is your person the karmic? The mature man in this is the main character. Okay, maturity is somebody that knows what they kind of want. Maybe they're married, maybe they're older than this main male. It could be only by a year that they're older, but they're more mature than this person. And what I mean by mature is just that they are maybe mature for their age. They may not be an older person. It could be a father that's trying to get a younger masculine not to commit completely or to help them cheat, or maybe this is in their line, their lineage. Let's see what's going on here. Let your friends help you. And I feel like that is maybe the friendship here. They know they're going to be in despair if they lose you. You're a good person, but guess what? You have a new love coming in here. Once you decide to let this person go, I feel like, yeah, there's codependency here. Now, this could be your codependency to this person. You may feel like if you leave, what do you have? You're going to be in poverty. You're going to have to start again. But I'm telling you, there's something you're meant to know, some type of self um, realization about yourself that you don't need other people. You can do it all on your own. You can even set out to do your own thing, the things that you've been wanting to do. You're going to be successful. So whatever you're trying to do, do it. Now the thing is taking it by steps, of course. Um, Slow and steady wins the race. And what I mean by that is when you go to manifest something, it's about looking into it. Is the action behind it? Even if you're just researching something that you might want to do you have to go to school for it? Do you need certain things for it? Do you have to have certain degree for it? Do you have to, uh, is there certain things that you have to do it? So you may decide to maybe go online and take a course and then go from there. So it's kind of like whatever you're doing or thinking about, as long as you put an action towards it, it's going to start to manifest. And by going slow and going each step, going a little further, getting the degree or getting the schooling you need or taking that course online, and just even investigating it is putting action towards it. And as you get closer and closer to getting towards that, each step is going to help you manifest more and more and more. So there is a codependency here, some type of addiction perhaps, or the fact that you're worried that if you lose this person, you're going to end up in poverty, or this may be what this person's scared of. There is a new love, though. So, what is your heart saying about this new love? Healing family issues. So, you may have had issues with the family. Perhaps this person kept you from your family in attempt to keep you in the closet. And what I mean by that is to kind of control your life and who you can be around. They don't want to see you having family or venturing out and doing your own thing because they want control. Sometimes that's happens. But when you find this person, when you cut ties with this and let things go, you're going to find that somebody here has an addiction, or that you've been codependent on this person financially. Perhaps they hold the purse strings. So, and you don't have money without this person, or they give you money. Maybe they cut you off from having a job. You can't go to work because then they are jealous or worried that you're going to cheat on them or they're going to lose you to someone else. You need to keep an open mind about things because you may have been traumatized from certain aspects of your relationship here. Yeah, this is going to happen soon. So I feel like you may not have been ready to let this go, but there's going to come a time where you will. Yes. I feel like you're going to your heart is really trying to tell you something, or you're not following your heart. So let's see what your soul is saying. about this new person. Okay. You may be dreaming about this person, or perhaps this person has the same dream as you do. You may meet this person through whatever your dreams are. You may end up meeting this person if it's a course in the college or if it's a course online. You have to be receptive to what fate has planned for you as well. There is some type of learning you are going to be required to do. So let love show you how to learn from one another. So I feel like this person might be someone that you can learn from, that's going to help you get to where your dream is. With relationship, it should be that the other person is there to lift you up, not tear you down. So if you are in a relationship and that person is just there tearing you down every second they can, then there's some issues going on there that are unhealthy. And perhaps this person isn't your person. Perhaps you have settled for someone less than. Now, temptation. You might be very tempted to go to this new love before you end things here. It's important because of some type of codependency here that you realize whatever this is and heal it first. Okay? So you might be tempted just to run away with this person, but that's not going to change anything. There'll be obstacles, but with this person, you should be able to navigate these obstacles by finding things together. It's got to be about togetherness. So perhaps this person just stays as a friend, and it keeps in the friend zone, even though there may be more there. Until this happens, it would be in your best and I'm feeling best interest to kind of learn what you needed to learn about some type of codependency here. You're supposed to know what your worth is. You are worthy. And I feel like somebody's really made you feel less than. Yeah, there's going to be a bond here that's going to be much more than anything you've ever had before. And I feel like that is because this person is going to be someone that's going to treat you right. Somebody that is going to treat you like you should. There's that clarity, right? So it's going to be so clear about your situation of what to do and what you need to have in order for your dreams to come true, what you're manifesting, to heal what you needed to heal here, and let go of whoever is needed to be let go of here. You're going to know you're in your, if it's a friend, if it's a love interest, or if it was a friend that wanted more, or if it's a husband, or whatever the case is, you're going to know it may be a potential water sign. Okay. Now, if it's not a water sign, the new person could end up being the water sign. Okay. This person might be waiting for you to let this person go. Okay. So just take it however it resonates for you. Okay. This new love is coming in fairly soon. And I feel like now fairly soon could be within the year, right? So it'll be when the time is right. Once you've kind of gotten through what you needed to, you need to heal things. You're healing family issues. I feel like you're going to heal things, and you're definitely thinking about this past life relationship. Now, whether this past life is with this person or if it's this person, we'll do a past life to see what is what here. So I kind of feel like let's crack the deck. Past life relationship. Tell me about this person here. Your intuition is going to tell you who is who in this when it comes to a past life relationship. I feel like your intuition is on key, is on point, is there. There's a lot of attraction here. And there's no superficiality here, which means there's no games that are being played. There's no wearing another mask. You are exactly who you are, your authentic self. They are their authentic self, and there's no games here. This person is exactly who they say they are. You're going to have that clarity there. Okay, so let's see what your spirit is saying about this relationship with this new person, with this new love. Inner circle, you have a lot of courage and strength, much more than you give yourself credit. I feel like mentally, you are definitely strong in that area. You may not feel it at times, but I feel like you're kind of the kind of person there that may be the strong silent type, where you don't say a whole lot, but you're definitely strong in mind. There is this garden gate with the possibilities, opening the gate and venturing forth to see what you're good at, going towards something maybe even you may have never tried before. And this was what I was talking about in the beginning of the reading. And it's so on point. Thank you for the clarification, Spirit, that this is coming out because this is what exactly I was feeling about this individual success. Now, this is you going towards your journey about what you want. And along the way is when you drop what's not good for you and you find somebody that is. And that may even have the same type of mindset or the same type of goals in mind that you are venturing towards right now or will be for Virgo, please. Communication. Somebody is thinking about communicating with you. So this may end up being a lot quicker than you realize. Now, whether this is somebody you know or not, it's a new love all the same. It is not somebody you've been romantic with before, or if it was somebody, it was very short lived. Okay, so let's see. Virgo. Enchantment. They may enchant you. I feel like you're going to be enchanted because this person is going to be so different. They're going to ask what you want. They're going to ask what you want. Yeah, they're going to take action. They may have fire in their chart. They may want to move forward with this. Just take your time, is what I'm getting, because you need to feel comfortable with your choice. And you may be looking for this person's mask to slip once you get to know them, but they're being their authentic self. They're stable. They're not somebody that is trying to get back at someone. They're not a misogynist. They're not somebody that hates women. Okay. Air element, state of mind. So we have the air, we have the fire. So I'm kind of feeling maybe this water sign may have been this person here. Let's see here. What else? All right. Lineage and roots. I kind of felt something about that earlier, that it could be in their family where the masculine may have cheated always, no matter who they were with. It's called self-control. May not have been taught that. There is a change here, and it is for the good. The circle is around the moon. So let us see what dreams maybe have transpired when it comes to this new love. Maybe you've been astral planing, meeting up with this person. Let's see. Food. Okay. So you may end up liking to cook. Maybe your experience here has to do with food. Maybe you're culinary, maybe you're going to go for culinary baking, some kind of food related. You might make a cookbook, or you like books. You may make food books. Maybe you're a foodie. Maybe you're one of those people that likes to take pictures of their meals before they eat them to see the work of art that's been and the effort put in for whatever they're making. Mm. Falling. I feel like you may be worried that this may not work out. This may fail. I'm getting you might have I'm getting somebody at the top of the building and slipping off the building. Now, I know this is in the water and there's a fish there, but I feel like you're worried you're going to fall off the building. You're not going to make it. And this to do with sweets. It may be like I'm getting some excitement here. Like I can't wait to try it. This is a recipe from maybe uh, someone in your family's secret recipe or something along those lines, a different type of sweet or something you make up. And I feel like, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting a grocery store, selling it to the grocery store, or interesting. You're the one that's the exception. So maybe a lot of people try this, but I feel like you might be the exception. When it comes to everyone else, they may not make it, and you may be the only one that does. Roots. Yeah, this may be something that is in your DNA. I'm getting roots where this may have been something long, 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 long time ago that maybe your ancestor maybe did as well. I would look within your ancestry to find out if anybody was somebody that maybe made sweets or did food or had some kind of fall when they were in the middle of doing this, maybe making a book or liked to read. They were kind of the exception of the rule. Maybe they were a little different than everyone else in their family. You may be taking after somebody that was in your lineage that was someone that was really exceptional at what they did. They maybe even made a name for themselves, and you may not even be aware of it. Maybe you even look like your ancestors. Kind of what I'm getting there. Okay, so before we do the outcome, let's see about the past life. High Priestess did come up, so you're meant to use your intuition. You have a gift of intuition. You might be able to feel or read people, but it's about trusting your abilities here. It's about trusting that you know what you're talking about and not doubting yourself. That magician mindset, that trusting that you have all the tools you need to do this. I'm getting with this. This may have been somebody that traveled around because back then they didn't have the internet. They didn't have all the things that we have now. And they may had to travel or leave the area to make it big. Let's see. This may have been in the time of the knighthood. So this may have been back when the Three Musketeers were here, or I don't know about the Three Musketeers, but I'm in that era anyways. Let's see. Yeah. So you maybe had to transport your goods. You maybe had to leave the area to bring it to the train, maybe cart it to where you needed to go to put on the train to get to go somewhere else, or had to get. Now, it had to be transported. That's all I know. Maybe it wasn't a train. Maybe it was on horseback with a carriage. Ah, there's baby here. This is in your DNA. This is telling me that even as a baby, you had this intuition gift. This is something that you've always had. And it's something in your family that maybe nobody talks about. I feel like people feel like spirituality is weird, or people that are crazy are the only ones that are in that type of mindset. But really, all it is knowing there's a higher up than us, than mankind, that listening to your ancestors, angels, and spirit guides because they are here, but we just can't see them, right? It's just in a realm that is different for us. So we don't see it. And only some people that are really tapped into their intuition, that are tapped in and have gifts, maybe can. Okay. So it's like this is something that's bred into you. This is DNA, is what I'm getting here. Let's see what else comes up. You may have been on a farm. Maybe you were born on a farm. This is in a time I'm getting like, ah, you had a spouse. You may have been married to this new person because we're talking about the new person here. And this new person, you're thinking about this past life. This new person is part of that. You had a spouse back then and had children with them. Yeah, you have that artistic ability. Now, it could have been with food, okay? And even then, your arts Now, this maybe was music, it could have been, but I'm getting that it had to do with your gifts that you have now, your intuition, maybe even that clear seeing or clear knowing, having the crown chakra open, the third eye open. I feel like you were able to communicate and express yourself. I feel like maybe all your chakras were open here. You've always had that. You've had a gift here. Hi, you're a star seed. You are coming in from another way here, another planet or a star system. This is different. This is where it starts. This is how you came in. You may have had three different past lives here. Yeah, and there is that unrequited love. Okay. I'm getting that this was a lesson of self-worth for you. Is it time to let go? It says no, but I feel like that time is coming. There's unrequited love in one of these, and maybe even all of them, where this person comes back in your life and it's a karmic, okay? Because this new person here is the person that is really going to be the one for you. The reason you're thinking about it is because it's both of them, the new and the old. The temptation may be to go back with the old, with the person that you have let go or need to let go of. They're not there for your highest and greatest good. They come back every lifetime to try to come between the two of you. Or there's just that you end up with this person first and then you end up with the person you're meant to be. Okay, the one that really does value you. Okay, and these obstacles and temptations here is here for a reason. Okay, let's see what the outcome is. What? Wow. Okay. If you're wondering about your gifts, the wonders here is perhaps crystals is a part of it. This to me is mystic. You are a mystic. You have gifts. It's just a matter of tapping in. Are you um are you psychic? Are you tapped in where your intuition, you feel, maybe you're an empath? You could be, I'm kind of getting that you maybe need to heal people or have crystal healing here. But whatever you're wondering about, whatever this individual success is here, I'm getting that it has something to do with being a mystic, that you have had. Your intuition's going to help guide you to where you need to go here. Yeah, there's that transformation. I love this for you. Let's see here. Let's put this here. That transformation of um, embracing who you are, what you're meant to be doing, okay? You're going to enjoy the simple things in life again. It's like they're going to be signs. Maybe it's a white feather that you need to look up. What does white feather mean? It gives you a meaning. Online, there's things have messages everywhere. So maybe a white feather is what you come across. Maybe you're meant to look for a white feather. Maybe there's something here that comes up that is a sign. I asked for a sign, and guess what I saw? in okay, like here is cold. It's cold here in Canada. It's winter time right now. Okay. And we just had a snowfall. It's starting to melt off. And guess what I saw? One of those fuzzy brown and black caterpillars going across the yard in the in on the grass. And it's like, are you kidding? It's far too cold for you to be out here, but it was there and there was my sign. So looking that up, there's messages behind it. But in any case, never mind about me, your sign here may be a feather, okay? It may be a bird. It may be a butterfly. Something that is out of the ordinary for that time of year or that way of it being brought forward. Like, who would have thought anybody would see a caterpillar at this in February? Okay. So it's like, are you kidding me? So, in any case, it's going to be kind of like out of the norm or out of the ordinary. There's a focus that you're meant to do, and you have power here. You have the power to choose, is kind of what I'm getting here. Power to realize what your dreams are and go after it. It's about what you want. What people don't know most of all is that it's not about what you give to other people, in a sense that you need to give to self first before anyone else. That's kind of pouring into yourself. I mean, you compromise with other people, but you still have your own life that you feed first, that you do first. You have your work life, so you go to work, you have your work life. Your partner may have their job. They have their own life that they go to, and they do what they need to do. And then at night, when you come home, you have your life together. And it's a compromise, right? Maybe you need alone time, so you have your own alone time. Maybe they need alone time. It's like having those elements that all coincide nice and neat for a relationship. And it's not about giving everything you have and giving everything up for someone else. It's about having your self preservation first and giving what you can to others, right? So, not losing who you really are in a relationship, right? Some people do, and they don't know who they are anymore because the relationship has changed them so much from who they used to be. But change can be good. But when you lose who you are and you don't even know who you are anymore because you've become something of what someone else's version of what you should be is, then you've lost yourself. You don't know who you are, and you need to find that person once again. So, taking the time to find out who you are, what you want for your life, and what your best life looks like. Patience. This tells me this is coming in, and you may have been really patient about this. You may have been just kind of biding your time. You've been very patient for someone to change. If they haven't changed by now, they're never going to change. If they've always done this, they're always going to do it. It's simple. They've gotten away with it. You've allowed it in some way, shape, or form because your boundaries aren't high enough up. If they're still doing it and you're still around, they're going to keep doing it. And it's that simple. So it's about boundaries. And it may take for you to leave for them to realize their mistake. Okay. And realize what they had. And by then, it's too late. You need to realize what you're worth, okay? And what you can give to other people. It's not about giving everything up for someone else. So, this is a huge message for Virgo. There are good things coming in here for you. And if you are single and you've already somewhere in here, it's coming in soon. And if you're still here and looking at what you want to do for yourself, just know that it's going to grow. It's time to let go of something. You've been patient enough, is kind of what I'm getting here. You've done lifetime and lifetime and lifetime. There's something bred in here that you need to explore. Your roots, find out about your ancestry. It may shock you to see that there's someone in your family from long ago that you look just like. Okay? Now, and it may not be mom and dad. You might wonder where the heck you get your looks from. And it may end up being from a past person that was generations before, and you look just like them. Maybe you have their piercing eyes, or you have their brown cow-like eyes where they're nice and long lashes and those doe-like eyes. It's just that it has maybe something to do with eyes, but it's like the only difference between you and this person when you're looking at them is the clothes they're wearing and what you're wearing now in the picture. It's about the era that there was in back then. It's going to be so completely different than what you're wearing. And that's going to tell you just how long ago it was uh, for when this person had come to earth. Maybe you're embodying this person and they are you. Do you know what I'm saying? So we all come back each and every lifetime. Not everybody, though. Some people end up being spirit guides. So it's about lessons being learned here in everyday lives. Absolutely. I feel like this is going to be so beautiful for you. I want to crack the deck on this. Yeah, there's always a way out when you feel lost, okay? There's always a back door, okay? But the Labrira, I can never remember how it goes. Yeah, don't mistake an illusion here, okay, for it being a true soul connection. So this is kind of what this is for you, Virgo. I know it's a little heavy here, but let's see what your intuition is saying about each of these people. What is your intuition saying about this person that you don't want to let go of? What is it saying about this person you don't want to let go of? It says Five of Wands in reverse, inner conflict, tension, somebody wanting to reconcile, there's conflict, maybe even trying to avoid, and then there's release. So you're going to feel at peace once this person is no longer in your life. You're not going to wonder if they're cheating on you. You're not going to feel that tension and your intuition knowing they're lying, but you have no way of proving it. You don't need to prove it. You have your own intuition telling you it's never wrong. What is your intuition saying about this new person? Eight of Cups. They haven't shown up yet. So you haven't left this person yet, and they're waiting for you. Eight of Cups in reverse. This is kind of saying you might be fear of change here. You're staying in a bad situation. There's low self-worth here. What does your new person feel about you? Temperance in reverse. So this person knows there's a journey and it's being delayed. Okay, there's stress and conflict going on for you. They may feel a little impatient, but they're still waiting. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. So please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Divine Oracle tribe if you haven't done so already. I want to say thank you to you all for all the donations, for all the super thanks, and of course for watching the videos. You guys rock. All right, you guys, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Later.